So I just beat Metroid Prime Remastered, and compared to the original Metroid Prime 1, it's very updated, very HD, very everything. It's a quality of life. I think Metroid Prime 2 deserves the same update. Only minor bad thing that I have about Metroid Prime Remastered is the lighting. When you shoot the beams, there used to be lighting when you shot the beams. But now they removed the lighting. There's no more lighting in the game. I mean, not in the game, but on the beams. But that is so minuscule compared to the actual gameplay. The actual gameplay of Metroid Prime overall is a bit clunky. You shoot on the horizontal x-axis, and that depends on what controls you want to use, but I'm faithful to the original a little bit. I use the hybrid, and because the new Nintendo Switch update doesn't allow for GameCube controllers anymore, I stuck with the Pro Remote. Thanks, Batman. Yeah. Thanks, Batman. Overall, the game to me is a 9 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10, but some people are not going to like the slow-paced gameplay. Were at moments where I didn't like the slow-paced gameplay at all, but you learn to embrace the isolation of Metroid Prime. It's not your typical FPS where you're constantly shooting things. This was at the time of, what, 2002? When there are constant Quake shooters and shit like that. So this was new. This was completely new. And the graphics at the time were incredible. 2002. It did something different. And the whole world is interconnected, just like Metroid. Magmore Caverns is used as a subway to get to different worlds. I feel like the whole treasure hunt thing at the end is a little annoying, but that's just faithful to Metroid. As for the controls, it's very clunky. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna beat around the bush and say it's not clunky. It's very clunky. There are at times where Samus slides away for some reason on the platform. There are at times when the whole X-axis horizontal camera movement works against you when you're jumping. You need that verticality sometimes, and sometimes it just doesn't work. There are moments where the missile feels a little too underpowered. And you have to rely on your super beam, your super missile. There are moments where the power beam itself feels a little too underpowered. What can you do? Hold on, let me obliterate this guy from existence. Obliterated. It just felt, clunky. That's the meat. And now, there are moments where it just doesn't matter. The atmosphere of the game is completely wonderful. I like the calmy, rainy weather of Talon 4. It's nice. This game is calm. It's boring. But it's boring in the good sense. It's a boring masterpiece. That's what I call Metroid Prime. A clunky, boring masterpiece, and it's a 9 out of 10. That's what I love about it. Metroid masters the art of boringness through its environment and its story-based environment where you scan things. Do I like that I have to scan everything to unlock a gallery? No, but you scan it out of curiosity, and Metroid Prime feeds into that by throwing things everywhere in the environment. So it allows you to not only explore your environment, but also explore your environment by scanning all the little textures. What up, Dandy? And, It keeps you hooked and engaged with each section and bit of the level. Each part of the level is masterfully crafted. Each hallway is masterfully crafted so you could scan and look at your environment. That's what Metroid Prime succeeds at, where other games, or FPS games, fail. Right? One hallway isn't irrelevant. Everything is masterfully crafted. And I have to give it to the people that reconstructed the Metroid Prime Remastered, because I saw the devs struggle with the whole, trying to, essentially, they're tracing every bit of Metroid Prime together. Now, like, the whole minor shit of quirks, things aren't 100% faithful to Metroid Prime, it doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't fucking matter. It's still Metroid Prime at its heart, at its core. Who cares if you're missing a texture or not? It's still fucking Metroid Prime. Music is wonderful. I think the music does really well selling its atmosphere. And they've used the same synthesizer for all Metroid Prime games, so it has consistency, right? And I'm glad that Metroid Prime 4 is still consistent within itself. A little bit of a critique. It's Metroid Prime. Yeah. For Metroid Prime 4. Well, back to Metroid Prime. Bosses are okay. I don't remember a lot of the bosses, but the bosses were okay. Some moments where they're annoying, but this isn't Prime 2. So I'll give it a 9 out of 10. So Metroid Prime gets a 9 out of 10 to me. Story. You figure out Phazon along the way. Builds up. You don't know about it. You think it's a normal Metroid game. But over time, find out. Do I find the treasure hunting thing annoying at the end? No. No. It's 100% your obligation if you want to collect all items. What hooks you into getting all items is the secret ending. And I wanted to see the secret ending remastered. I could give a rat's ass if I don't get 100% of the scans, because in Metroid Prime, it's items. Because be honest, if you're that pedantic about scanning fucking everything, you probably missed out on like a projectile or a few Zubats or some shit. I missed out on a bat. I couldn't get 100%. I probably got like 98 or 96% of the scans completed. But to conclude, Metroid Prime is a boring masterpiece. It sells you isolation pretty well, and by the end of the game, you feel pretty empowered by the whole Phazon suit. And I like the whole retextured thing with the Phazon suit. I like the designs and everything. So yeah, it's a 9 out of 10. That's all from me. That's my review of Metroid Prime. That's my take of Metroid. It's a clunky, slow, boring, slow burn masterpiece. I'll say it's boring. I don't give a fuck. It's boring, but it's nice and good. Not boring in the bad connotation, in a good way. So that's it from me. Backlog. I think we completed 2 big games, Metroid Prime and Kingdom Hearts. And I just have to say, it's pretty nice. Pretty nice,